So we were expecting Lindsey German from Stop the War Coalition. She's not been able to make it today, but she has got a statement which I'm going to read out, which it's quite long, but I think it's good if people hear her words. So she says, "We are here today because the world is on fire and those in power are pouring petrol on the flames. Donald Trump, twice impeached, proud peddler of hate, enabler of genocide, and a man who threatened to unleash nuclear weapons, was cheered by warmongers, racists and billionaires this week in Windsor. Instead of drawing a red line on peace, justice and human rights, they rolled out the red carpet for a man who joked about nukes and tore up peace treaties. What makes it worse is that this was right after the biggest far-right mobilisation in British history, and Trump's visit was a gift for those who thrive on the politics of hate and division. Trump's approach to nuclear weapons has always been reckless. He has withdrawn from key arms controls treaties, including the Intermediate Nuclear Forces Treaty with Russia and the Iran nuclear deal, obliterating decades of diplomatic efforts to contain the spread and the use of nuclear arms." I find it easier to read without my glasses these days. He publicly questioned why the US couldn't use its nuclear weapons if it had them, and he has hinted at using NATO as a tool to pressure allies into compliance, even floating the idea of withdrawing US protection from European countries not meeting defence spending targets. Britain's entire nuclear deterrent is tied to the whims of Washington, and when Washington is led by someone as erratic and militaristic as Trump, this becomes a moral and existential issue. Both the Tories and Labour have failed to change this dynamic. Instead, they've doubled down on nuclear modernisation, with Parliament voting in favour of the Renewing the Trident Replacement System at an estimated $205 billion. And in fact, Starmer has overseen the deployment of US nuclear bombs in Britain for the first time in 17 years. But we say no. No to the UK's complicity in nuclear escalation. No to the billions spent on nuclear and conventional weapons while people go cold, hungry and homeless. No to the uncritical support of Trump's foreign policy, including the genocide in Gaza. Make no mistake, the rise of Trump and the rise of the far right here in Britain are not separate. It is a global movement of hate and division, and therefore we must be a global movement of peace, resistance and unity. History has taught us that when fascism knocks on your door, you don't negotiate or stay silent, you stand up and fight back. So to Trump and his apologists in the halls of Westminster, we say, your hate has no place here or anywhere else in the world. Right now, the Palestine Solidarity Movement is one of the most powerful movements in the world. To defeat the far right, our movement has to stand united across faiths, races and communities, because our strength lies in our solidarity. The same forces that back war, occupation and apartheid are fueling racism, Islamophobia and repression at home. They want us divided, and that is exactly why we must be united. As we come closer to marking the second anniversary of the ongoing genocide in Gaza, next month's Palestine demonstration on Saturday the 11th of October is more important than ever. Our presence in the streets is our promise. We will not forget, we will not be silenced, we will not stop until Palestine is free. And to every community under attack, we stand with you. And to people protesting across the UK and across the world against war and against the far right, we say, this is our fight and together we will win. Solidarity now and always.